let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh. Magic, no, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you. When you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, yeah, you take me higher, baby.
I'm in a Facebook group called Houseplant Hobbyist. People post stuff like, can you guys help me save my plant? But you also see people sharing vulnerable things. And it's always surprising, but in the very best way. You can take on anything with Facebook groups. More together.
I know it's been a while. I know you're thinking the same, but I've been feeling like a moment can't go to waste. I let go of your name, girl. I figured that was it. I stopped playing your game, girl. Yeah, I thought I could quit. I'm all up in my head, I'm sorry for what I did. Wish I could have it unsaid. Just make it right instead of treating me like I'm dead. Is it too late to I don't know what to say, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do. Colors all around, but I don't see anything but blue. Get lost in the sound, go back to the start. Let's go out of the dark. Let's go out of the dark. Into the light now. Dame toda la noche, no nos queda mucho tiempo más. No quiero perder lo que queda. Seguimos siempre la pasión y confiamos solo en el amor. Yeah. No quiero perder lo que queda. Y más allá. A través de la gran oscuridad hasta que me convierta en rayos. Y más allá. A través de la gran oscuridad y más encontrando vida en el camino, melodías que no hemos tocado y yo no quiero descansar. Resuena por la pared, creando una canción. No quiero perder el ritmo y más allá. A través de la gran oscuridad hasta que me convierta en rayos. Y más allá. A través de la gran oscuridad y más Crucemos el número en solo un trueno de horizontes. Seremos miles. Crecemos en número en solo un trueno de horizontes. Seremos miles. Más allá.
That was disgusting. Oh my God, June. Oh.
Absolutely devastating.
He's actually in a really good spot for his teammate to watch over him and give him assistance, but no one really watching the main run up. And oh, what a trophy system collateral kill!
Oh, they gotta get on the point. They gotta get on the point. They're gonna run out of time. Can they contest? They are with 1.4 seconds. And Bill is gonna go down. We are gonna be seeing him now. No, out of the point, and Wave Runners by the skin of their teeth are gonna be able to hold on.
Can he play from horse? Oh, holy! He's gonna get another one.
As Hoy will quick scope heavy.
But it's gonna not necessarily translate to control of the bottom lane, as Legacy just being an absolute nuisance here with his team just getting such a back control here.
Kill is gonna get hustled down to 2v2. They should have had the man up, and now Austin's gonna try to get one. He's gonna look for the double, can't quite get it. Zuxium, the last man alive, and now it's Zuxium trying to finish off the team. He's gonna stun in there, see one. One's gonna push out, it's gonna get taken out. Zuxium can finish it right here. 7 points left. Taking out another one. One more pushes out. He's gonna get taken out by a teammate, and that's gonna be Hype Esport taking map number 1.
I see it now, I see it now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in here with yet another K7 League match. Tonight is going to be HeartBreakers versus Swear Society as we continue. There's this cross-divisional week, and I am joined by Connie and the illustrious Bread Effects.
Yeah, it should be a good match. I'm going to be here all night, though, so definitely looking forward to the whole evening. But yeah, Heartbreakers versus Sword Society. This is cross-divisional play, so really interested to see how these two teams are going to be shaping up. They have not seen each other yet. They haven't seen the other teams that they've played against. So this will be an interesting kind of test to see. Now, Swear Society, they've had some pretty decent matches I've seen so far. So I am curious to see how they're going to be doing against Heartbreakers, which I believe is number one in their division. But we'll talk a little bit more about that a little later. Let's go ahead and look at the roster for Heartbreakers here. As I said before, they are undefeated in their division at the moment. They're looking pretty solid. As you can see right there, the captain, Octavian, followed by Treezy, 04, and Dior. So we'll see how these guys are going to be shaping up tonight. Can they actually continue on with this undefeated record that they have been able to set? Or will they fall to Swear Society? We'll find out. How about that roster for Swear Society, Kamaka?
All right, well, we'll take a look at that in just right now, in fact, right about now, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Carl, main man Carl, who we always talk about. In fact, at one time, he held the league record, only to have it broken just about the match after for most kills in control, funnily enough. We've got Vito, Ari, and Nick Vulture rounding things out for Swear Society. I think that it's going to be a really fun time if like Carl can just get the support that he needs. He always has a really good showing, Brett. Will he get the backup that he needs this time? That's the real question.
Well, this will definitely be the team to have that backup front with. I mean, they are going to be a tough opponent, but yeah, it should be a good one nonetheless for these guys. Good test. Let's go ahead and take a look at the maps here. We are going to be going on into a raid hardpoint, I know, for our first one. There's a raid S&D for number 2. Raid control, number 3. Man, there's a lot of raid. Hardpoint garrison. And then last but not least, a checkmate S&D. And I got to say that we're going to get our fill of raid tonight, whether we like it or not. So yeah, how you liking the map stack so far?
It's a whole lot of raid, Brett. I mean, I know that it's everybody's favorite map right now because, I mean, let's be honest, it's the most well put together map. It comes from an era where just basically all the maps were at least somewhat like this. They were all very well made and well balanced. And it's definitely a little bit of a cry from the past. Everybody really liked it back then. They still like it now. It still holds true, even though some of the game mechanics have changed. But it just goes to show you that it really is a good map, even with different game mechanics. So yeah, everyone liking that, picking that one up. And I think it's going to be we're probably going to see a little bit more than that, Brett, because I don't know, Swear Society, based on what I've seen, the outlook, as we'll see soon enough, doesn't necessarily agree with me in the stats, but I've always seen them do really dang good in Search and Destroy. In fact, the last match that we saw them in, they narrowly lost against Valkyrie, won the first search, and only lost the second one in the round 11. So yeah, just go ahead and take a look out right now so we can see exactly what I'm talking about here, Brett, along with the other necessary stat lines.
Yeah, so as you can see on your screen right there, 4-0 there for Heartbreakers, 1-3 for Swear Society. As you were talking about before, 2-4 for Swear Society, and S&D 4-0 there for Heartbreakers, 2-2 Control, and 3-1 in Control there for Heartbreakers. So yeah, Heartbreakers here haven't lost a whole lot of maps in all, but yeah, that will be kind of interesting to see how Swear Society holds up in S&D. Obviously, like you said before, they had some close maps in it. But yeah, that 4-0 map count in S&D, that's going to be a tough one to break.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, Swear Society, they look like they're probably just going to get it handed to them by Heartbreakers. But based on what I've seen, Brett, in practice, they were a pretty solid team, and they've only narrowly lost a lot of these games. And in fact, they've gotten very unlucky in a lot of cases. Like I said, Carl, he had the record at one point for most kills in a control, but their control records seem not that impressive. That's only because they've narrowly lost every single time. Roster changes from both teams. Octane coming in from Hyped Esports he played on last weekend, where he actually helped Hand Living Nightmare their first loss. So he was always popping off that game, and he always does in general, Brett. So I think it's a great addition to the Heartbreakers team. Swear Society, I think they've had a little bit of a change up here as well, or at least bringing in some substitutes. Carl still being the same, but I think he might have like maybe one guy that's different from last week or two. But what I'm saying here is that new people from each team, it can totally, the stat line doesn't necessarily tell the whole story.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, and we kind of had that conversation last week, Tugboat and I, with We had oh, I cannot think of the team off the top of my head, but they did make some roster changes, and they were having a rough time previously going into the match, but they ended up making it very, very close. It was down to a 3-1, I believe. And it was just, it was one of those situations where, yeah, like you said, it ends up being one of those moments where the stat lines doesn't quite tell the whole story. You know, the maps were very, very close. Obviously, in your stat lines, you're seeing it, you know, just right to the bone. Yeah, 1-0 or 0-1 doesn't really tell you, well, you know, he was, you know, 250 to 249. So it could have gone either way. But yeah, and also too, you know, that is what kind of separates the teams from, you know, the good and the great teams, right? Being able to have that, you know, little extra bump that pushes you over to finally get that win. You know, yeah, you can say, oh, they're a great team. Every single map that they play, they lose, even though it goes, you know, right to the wire, but they still lose it. Yeah, but they're still losing it. You know, to be that great team, you got to be able to get that win at some point. So, you know, that is definitely going to be key here, obviously, as you know, we'll see if they have it in them here today. So, but yeah, it is going to be raid here for our first map coming on up. Now, I have not actually cast Heartbreakers before. I have seen some snippets from them, but you know, as their hard point, are we going to be seeing some explosive gameplay coming out from them?
Oh, Brett, they are very, very gross, especially in the respawns as well, from what I've seen. They're gross in pretty much every mode, but the people we're really going to be looking out for are Octane and Dior. These guys just absolutely beat the living daylights out of anybody in close quarters sub fights. Their ARs are also pretty dang good. I've seen Treasy and the guys just nail people from across the map too. So it's a very solid lineup coming in here. 0-4, he can also really just give it to people any given day of the week. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of explosives coming in from Heartbreakers, Brett.
All right, well, we are going to be on board with 0-4 first, using that QBZ. Now switching over to Octavian, as he does get that initial kill there onto E1, and it does look like we are going to be seeing it going over towards Heartbreakers here from the start. So getting on the board right at the beginning. Looks like they're going to have a decent amount of time here at the very start. So loving that from them, but we'll see if Swear Society is going to be able to answer on back. Vito does end up getting taken down. It's looking like a whole host of them have been taken out, as still going to be seeing Heartbreakers with his main control. Nice shots there from Dior. That AK-70 for you, I mean, it can be so nasty at long range. I mean, even with the GAs coming in, it's still a damn good gun.
It really is, Brett, and we're definitely seeing more and more people pick it up as we get closer, further and further from the day the M4 was banned. And now it seems that Swear Society, they have gotten a little bit of time off this. In fact, they've gotten a lot of time off this. They're also being given a little bit of an inroad into the back. Only one that's trying to spoil their progress is 0-4. Octane does get one on the cross, but they still got Carl inside of jungle. They've got to be very careful about that. Dior, he's going to try and suss out Carl, but that's some good coverage there from Ari. Now, granted, while all this is going on, time is just easily going in the hands of Heartbreakers as Swear Society trying to mount their counterattack. Yeah,
this is a pretty difficult hill to break here in Kitchen. It's very, very tough. If you can lock this down, it is definitely going to be soaking up a lot of money. A lot of time, as we do see Carl looking here through money to see if he can maybe pick up a couple of these kills. He does get two, so he potentially opens it up, but 0-4 is going to be able to swing around, easily takes him down, and they should be able to get the rest of this time right now on the point. So Heartbreakers, again, just looking phenomenal. Nick Vulture, don't want to be pointing him out too early in the game, but 0-7. He needs tough. He needs to start stepping up here, and this would be a damn good hill to do it on.
It really would be, Brett, but instant breaks coming in before the hill even pops. Carl trying to take it all on his hands. He's the only one positive right now for his team, and almost double positive at that. The only one that can really say that else in this lobby is main man Dior, and he's just been killing it in the sub department tonight, and as well as every night so far. 0-4, he knows generally where they're coming from, and they basically got the spawns right in their favor to keep them coming over there, Brett. They're literally looking exactly where they want to, but Carl trying to come in here, he's going after Dior, and oh my goodness, Dior gets away with getting a kill and just, you know, teeing things up for the rest of his teammates to come in there and finish things up. He traded himself up at the very least. Swear Society, now they're trying to go for the rotate, but Heartbreakers, they're not letting off the gas pedal, almost basically right there with them. Dior coming around the back, he does get smoked, but still making it so that Swear Society doesn't get too comfortable in their setup.
Yeah, this is going to be a very critical hill for them to have. We're already having a spawn out though. That's going to be number 2, Nick Vulture. He's going to be spawning over here towards pools. He does clear it out though, so maybe this is going to give him a good chunk of time. But Dior with a nice little catch there, will be able to take him down from that nice spot there in money. But Ari, can't get the turnaround, and even with 0-4 getting a little bit of a team shot going in, it's looking pretty rough here. The pressure is definitely on, but Swear Society, they're weathering the storm for now. A 3-man push coming in here in the front of courts. It does look like they have been able to clear it out, and they just make it look so damn easy here as HeartBreakers once again have been able to get onto the point.
Yeah, that's very disheartening, if I guess you could say, without trying to say heartbreaking, disheartening for Swear Society at the very least. Oh my god, Dior, you winning the gunfight like that with a submachine gun just should not be something that happens. He goes right on in, and he shows that that gun can do a lot of stuff if it's in the proper hands, and his hands are very capable. We've been talking about Nick Vulture a little while ago, Brett. He was at 0-7, now he's at 1-15 now. Jeez, that is a tough stat line. That is a really tough stat line. As, yeah, if you're trying to break back into the game, you gotta be having more than 1 kill before the enemy team gets halfway to victory.
Yeah, that is going to be a rough one there. Maybe he's going to be heating up here pretty soon. Hopefully, Octane is going to be able to get a kill onto the center hill, and it does look like DR is going to be setting up for basically popping them off as they spawn in. So, yeah, this is just, you know, a lot of time that they're going to be able to soak up. We really need to see maybe Swear Society pushing in as a team. They do have a slight opening though over here towards kitchen, but Octane immediately is going to be switching on back. He knows exactly where they're going to be coming in at. I love the rotations coming in right now for HeartBreakers. They are just so on point. You can tell the communication is really locking it down for them, as every single time a kill goes through, they're immediately rotating back to where the next group of people are going to be coming on through. So really nice to see that coming in from them. But Swear Society, I don't know if they're just starting off slow here or what, but if they have not been able to heat up yet, they need to start getting it. I mean, right now it's probably already lost, but honestly, like, you need to get at least, you know, 100 points maybe on the board. Get a little bit of morale in your guys. You know, hey, yeah, we weren't completely crushed, but this is getting in terrible territory.
Yeah, speaking of on point, you can tell that HeartBreakers, they are definitely more on point due to the fact that they have more points on the board because they're standing on the hard point. But anyways, we are going to be seeing 0-4 just doing it to them dirty again. He's on, what, 3 in a row there? Yes, indeed, he is. And he does finally get taken off, but he's still triple positive, though, Brett, which is absolutely insane to think in a match coming into this. He is just really, really handing it to Swear Society on an individual basis. Dior does get a little bit caught out there, but Treasy, main AR, sitting there and waiting for the push to come through. Carl does get across, but does still get taken down. He at least manages to pin them, but you see, Swear Society, they're getting instantly pounced upon by HeartBreakers, who are just on task. They are together all the time. They're really good at helping each other out in these necessary situations, Brett.
Yeah, and you saw Dior also going up through a flank to catch all of those players out by Laundry. It was that was a fantastic play on his part. 0-4 trying to do the same, just basically go in for these rotates and get these nice little flanks going down. Not going to be going his way though. Carl tries to bust on in. He does get picked up. Dior is going to be safely tucked away inside. There are so many guns pointing there at that door, as we are getting close to that 20 points left here in this map. And we got one more push here to try and make this contest go down. We'll see if they're actually going to be successful here, but we can be seeing it possibly win here. Nope, the break comes through, but I think that they're perfectly fine with that. Maybe no, the spawns are all the way in the back. This is horrible right here. The trash time is going to come in. It's not enough here, but it's going to get very, very close.
Yeah, the good thing for Swear Society is they did eventually win out on that rotation. They really dedicated themselves to doing that as soon as they knew they wouldn't lose off of that hill. It's still slim pickings for them. They probably won't win this, but Nick Vulture, he's going to try and do something. He knows that there's generally some people coming around the side there, and he's pretty much alone on the point. He's going to get a little bit hit up, trying to help out 0-4, but Dior coming in on his side. 0-4 just saying, hey, we won this. I'm just going to do a little bit of team killing for the fun of it. And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. HeartBreakers do take a very, very nice lead on their opponents right off the start. 100-point clubbing their opponents and showing why they are undefeated up until this point.
Yeah, that looked fantastic. I love the way that they were playing around that map. Like I said, it really seemed like their communication, their teamwork was on point. We saw them rotating very, very well. Every single time a kill came through, you saw them automatically rotate to where they knew the next spawns were going to be coming on in. And it was just automatic. It was just, mechanical. So yeah, definitely props to them for just knowing this map inside and out, and the really good teamwork that we did see. So obviously really good gunplay coming out from them. They had every single one of their players went positive. They looked fantastic throughout the entire game. As you said before, I think it was it Dior that went in triple positive? No, it was 04
It was
that was
04,
going
yeah.
triple positive there. So he was putting up some really good numbers as well. But we're going to be sticking on raid, but now we're going to be heading on into S&D. And this is something that you had said before, hey, Swear Society, maybe they're going to be able to take an S&D here. They look decently in some past S&Ds, but HeartBreakers, they haven't lost one yet.
That's pretty true, Brett. Now, granted, like you said earlier, I pointed out first that Swear Society, they've been pretty dang close at winning a lot of these search and destroys that they have lost, and they've won 2. But I mean, like you said, you gotta win eventually. And if you're not gonna win up against a team that is like even Stevens with you in terms of the map, so not the map count, but like the league table. From a league table perspective, they lost to Valkyrie, who actually supplanted them for their position and flipped spots with them right after. So I would say that HeartBreakers is going to be a little bit more of a tougher task in that department. So if you're not going to be able to, if it's going to be close with a team that you should be basically neck and neck with, I don't know what to say about this for HeartBreakers. They've always done really good. Dior is always a beast in any game mode. Octane is too. 04 just kills people for fun, like we just saw. Carl, I mean, they have Carl, but notice how I said 3 names for HeartBreakers. I could even say 4 if I wanted to, and I only said 1 for Swear Society. It's really tough, Brett, when you've got those kinds of odds up against you.
Yeah, I agree. When you are the only star player on the team, or at least the backbone of the team, it is very difficult when you're in those situations where you have to be the one putting up the numbers, and we'll see if that's going to be the case here in S&D, but definitely it seemed like it was there in that hardpoint map. But yeah, we'll see if they're going to be able to maybe pull out some magic here on raid. I think raid is a pretty decent S&D map. I think it's a lot more balanced than a lot of our other S&D maps. It definitely feels like both sides have kind of an equal chance at this one. No one side has a too big of an advantage like we see on like Garrison, or even to an extent on Miami. I know Miami is getting the people starting to figure out Miami a little bit better, but it still feels kind of a stacked for the defense. But yeah, heading on into raid, and right now HeartBreakers, they've got all the momentum back behind them. They're looking fantastic. As we said before, they're 4-0 in map counts for S&D. It's all up to Swear Society. They're going to be the guys that are going to have to really show up here and make a statement. And I really think for the momentum of this map, they absolutely have to make the statement here. They have to make sure that right now, this is where they're going to be able to get a map on the board. I don't think we're going to be seeing really too much luck out of them on control. So we'll see if this is going to be the case. Right now, Swear Society, they are on attack, and it does look like a heavy A push right from the start.
Yeah, the thing that stinks about this, though, Brett, is they've got nothing covering their back line. You see Dior is already about to be in their back line, and so is Octane. Totally gets one. Now they're going to have to turn around real quick and adapt, but Treasy's on the other side going to shoot him in the back as well. Treasy taking down Carl. Nick Vulture just trying to play for his life, but it is a bloodbath, dude. It's like, I was going to make a Game of Thrones reference, but not everyone's seen Game of Thrones. I don't want to make spoilers, but we've got Vito somehow surviving and getting around the back. He's still got Bomb, and now it is a 2v1. He does have a little bit of a chance in this if he can play his cards right.
Right now, Dior pokes around. We'll be able to get that final kill. But honestly, though, I do want to point out that should have been worse than what it was.
Yes.
I think, honestly, there should have been as many trades, especially Vulture. I really think that he should have not been able to walk away with that kill. But, that was actually a decent play there coming out from Swear Society, being able to kind of regain in that situation, because that was not a good situation to be in. That was a fast flank, very, very fast flank. We'll see if we see more of that here as they are on the attacking side. Swear Society, they're going to have to answer back here with a defensive round of their own. And it does look like we are going to be seeing a full B push coming out right now for HeartBreakers. They're going all the way around to Laundry. Look at this. Dior and Octane are taking the entire freaking map. They don't even care right now. Octane does end up getting that bomb down here in just a few seconds. We do see one dying. That's going to be Dior, as well as Nick Vocher going down. So it's a 3 versus 3 here with 40 seconds on the clock.
I like this position from Carl. He's just got to make sure that he checks this corner from 0-4. He totally does because he's a smart player, and that is a common spot to hold. Now, he does open things up for his teammates. They do kind of bait for him, so now he knows exactly where Treasy is. Goes up and smacks him upside the face. Octane now all by himself. They're going to stun check him, and now they know exactly where he is. Vito going in for the chow, full sending the chow, and getting the full kill as well. Carl, main man himself, saying, I'm going to get this defuse. And that is going to put them right back even with HeartBreakers trying to derail the hype train here for them, Brett.
You know, you said Carl had to step up. He was the guy to do it, and he did it that round, you know, getting 2 kills, locking it up here. That was a beautiful play there on his part. So, yeah, they got to be happy about that one. You know, they're going to be able to keep it 1-1. This isn't going to be a stomping. You know, we're stopping the momentum here. And it's going to be more of a fight back and forth. So at the very least, it's looking like we got a round or a game on our hands here as HeartBreakers are going to be back in the seat for defense. We'll see if Swear Society, they're going to be going for another B push of their own. And we'll see how successful. Now, it was very aggressive coming out here from HeartBreakers. They ended up pushing one all the way to Laundry. Not going to be the case here. Carl tries to go around the van, but can't quite make it. That's 2 down already. Vito also gets picked up, and it's now a 1v4 as HeartBreakers completely wipe the map. That was a very fast round 3.
Yeah, I think that Sports Society just needs to adopt a more CYA mentality, you know, Brett, cover your assets type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, every single time, they have just given up their flanks for free, whether it's from mid or around the back. They just seem to be a little bit too tunnel visioned on in here. And going up against an aggressive team like HeartBreakers, if they suss out that no one's there or they think they can get a flank off on you, you bet that they're going to take it, especially with the fact that Sports Society has basically just let it happen every single round so far.
Yeah, this has been this has been kind of a trend here. 4-man push once again to 1 bomb site. It's going to be over towards the A for HeartBreakers. Should be able to get the bomb down here fairly quickly. We are going to be seeing a defense set up there. That's going to be 5 and 7 there in the middle of the map for HeartBreakers. Octane, though, he's going to try and see if anybody's coming in from behind. Dior, though, does spot out 1. Just trying to find out where they're going to be pushing in from. Nice pickup there from Dior as he does get the first blood. Looking for number 2. He does know that there's going to be 1 over in courts. And he is going to be pushing up into bar here. So does seem like Swear Society, they are going to be running out of time if they don't do something quick. And I think that HeartBreakers has been able to do it. Is anybody going to be hopping the bomb in time? I don't think they can. 0-4, just for the hell of it's going to be able to clean up a couple of kills there in the end. That was very, very well played there from HeartBreakers. They played the time, and they honestly just let Swear Society make the mistakes.
They really did. I mean, they literally just waltzed onto the site for free. They've just been playing with complete disregard for how their opponents are even trying to play. And I really do admire that from some teams. They're like not even really thinking about what their opponents are trying to do necessarily as much as they're thinking, all right, let's just focus on what we're going to do. They saw nothing going into A, and they're like, all right, let's get this fast plane off, get in our setup position, because they cannot break something like this, and we know that to be a fact. Treasy getting a little bit set up here, but this time their opponents are a little bit more set up to cover their rear ends. Octane getting a little bit smacked up by Ari. Dior coming up here as well, and they're just setting the trap here. Good adaptations from Swear Society, as now Dior forced off. They're going for the spawn. They get the spawn, and now only things that can come from Swear Society are the flanks. So a little bit pigeonholed in here, Brett.
Well, it is going to be some nice trades going back and forth in favor of Swear Society, though, as it's now a 2 versus 3. Dior is going to be able to spot out 1. Gets a little bit of damage in him, but no quick kill just yet. He is very far away from his partner here, so that he needs to be careful not to be just giving away his life. He's going to be coming up to the garage. He is going to be able to spot out 1. Vito does get the kill on him, though, as 0-4 tries to make a play inside that top room. Not going to be happening. Yeah, very, very good play, I say, overall from Swear Society. Like you said, they were able to adapt very, very quickly. And once again, we are evening it back up. Or I'm sorry, 2-3 Not bad.
Very close to evening it up, Brett. At the halfway point, it is basically dead even though Heartbreakers were really looking like they were giving them a shellac in there for a second. Swear Society, they're starting to figure their opponents out, and they have definitely laid the foundations to catching that flank out and getting that round very, very more easily than they have before. Now, they are going to be trying to catch them as, you see, they overextended one time. They do get Treasy, but Dior's still up there, no longer up there. Octane does get the trade out, but there are equal more opportunities to get him down with the bomb and the spawn. That is like god tier bait coming in from Swear Society.
Honestly, I mean, I did not expect the guns to go that way. I mean, we've seen really this entire time so far, guns still going over towards Heartbreakers, but that was just really good switches back and forth. They had Heartbreakers shooting at every other person, and just really good trades going down. So props to Swear Society, very fast, and they're able to tie it up. Now they're going to be tying it up 3-3. So yeah, looking at the kills though, I think across the board, Swear Society doing a really decent job. And the player that we said that was going to be popping it off, making it happen, he actually hasn't done much since round number 2. So, you know, this is great here for Swear Society. If the rest of their team can really step it up, and if Carl can start, you know, stepping up like we know he can, then they may very well be able to take this either the distance or even take the win here. But right now, it's looking like Swear Society is up a 4-1 situation. Wow, what is going on right now? This is a different team. They have they've just woken up. Treasy now, last man alive, QBZ in hand. We'll see if he's going to be able to make a play off of this, as it is going to be everything against him right now, as 35 seconds left on the clock. Just kind of poking around, seeing where they're going to be at. I think he was just spotted there from court. He gets shot from behind. That's going to be an easy finish. Wow. I honestly, like, what happened? Did these guys just all of a sudden, you know, switch out controllers with somebody else? Or like, what's the deal here? This is a different team.
I really can't say, Brett, but what I do know is that they just won round number 7, which, as we do know here, that is a little bit of a cursed round. And now Swear Society, if they don't win this, I think that will be the round 7 curse well and truly dead. That's just been something that whoever wins round number 7 usually goes on to win, because that is a huge momentum shifter and mathematically huge round. Vito, he's going to get found, but he's not going to chow this just yet. Throwing in a little bit of a grenade and letting his teammates know what's going on here. Now they're adapting. They're just playing more as a team. I love this, Brett. They're going to try and watch the crosses. They've definitely gotten a lot of intel here, and the best part is that they haven't given up any lives to get this intel.
We do see Carl going around for a very wide flank. Bomb is going to go down from Octane here. So we'll see what the response is going to be here from Swear Society. 04 is going to not get the first kill. He does get taken down. Octane also gets picked up. Oh my God, Vulture is on a roll. He's on a 4 streak right now, as Vito is going to be setting down, just looking for the reinforcements, where they're going to be coming in from. Looks like we already seen one getting ripped off a bomb. Treasy picks up 2. This is huge. Now in a 1v2, but is it not enough? It's not. And that is going to be a defuse going in for Swear Society. They are loving it. Nick Vulture was on a 4 streak. Carl is now on a 4 streak. These guys have definitely showed up to play here in this S&D.
Brett, I have never, ever seen a more night and day performance from a team. They are just absolutely handing it to their opponents right now. And it was the complete opposite at the beginning. But, I mean, they set the stage for their opponents to make all these mistakes that they're making right now, which they are capitalizing on. They weren't properly watching the flanks earlier, and that allowed Heartbreakers to get in their minds that they can easily get them. And so they got suckered into these grandiose pushes more than one time, Brett. And now it's really starting to hurt them. Heartbreakers, they're going to have to really play really smart S&D. You see, they're starting to play a little bit closer together. No more flanks coming out from Heartbreakers. They are starting to make the adaptations as well, as they are now realizing the gravity of their actions.
I agree. At this point in time, you know, they have to make some kind of change in the way that they're doing things. They are playing a lot more passive. Ooh, Vito almost gets taken out. He does. That's going to be Treasy picking up the kill. Now Octane trying to get the cross there. Not going to be able to find him just yet, but it is going to be a 3 versus 3 as Carl answers back. Nick Vulture now with his moment. Can he actually make it happen here? He is going to be set up over there by Bar. It does look like for now, HeartBreakers has been pushed back, but the bomb is really not in the best place to try and go down. We have seen Carl did get spotted out there. So 04 knows. And oh, that timing right there. If 04 just held it, probably would have been able to walk away with a kill, but not going to be the case. We are down to about 20 seconds here as that bomb needs to be going down, and it will. So a time extension coming in. Treasy comes around the flank, picks up one. Can we see two? No,
Huge.
Nick Vulture's going to be able to answer back. Octane now in a 1 versus 1 with Ari, a man that we haven't talked about a lot so far. And Ari knows he's going to be pushing. Oh, no, Octane, did he give him enough time? No, he's going to be able to get him with plenty of time on the clock. HeartBreakers, they stay alive in this map.
He heard the glass break too, but as soon as he heard it, it was already too late. Octane was quite literally all up in his business. Totally gets his back shot up there, Ari. It's unfortunate. He's been doing great up until that point right there. Just could not quite suss out exactly where Octane was. Took his eyes off him for too long, and that is exactly why you got to keep an eye on main man Octane. Nick Vulture, that, like we said, he was having a really hard time in the hard point, but he's been getting kills like that all search and destroy, Brett. That's a great thing that you pointed out right there. 04, the complete opposite, though. Look at that.
Honestly, like that last round was fantastic. It was back and forth the entire time. At the beginning, looked like HeartBreakers was going to have the advantage, and then Swear Society tips it on its head, and that 1v1 at the end was just beautiful there. So HeartBreakers has got to be feeling pretty good. It's 5-4. They're trying to bring it back here. They got to win 2 more in order to take 2-0 in the series. 1 here for Swear Society in order to tie it up. Right now, it is going to be a quick bomb going down for HeartBreakers. As we do see Dior setting up, we'll be able to get that first blood. Beautiful job there from him as he's going to go ahead back on up for another flank, and he does get it. That's going to be 2. Can he make it 3? And he's going to be poking his head out. He does! That's going to be a beautiful play coming in from HeartBreakers. Oh my God, Swear Society, you cannot choke this. But HeartBreakers is not willing to let it go, and Dior really showing up in that last round.
One thing I do have to say, Brett, is we are going into a round 11, as you do know, and their opponents, meaning Swear Society, have lost more round 11s than any other team in the league. So the clutch up factor is not necessarily there for them. They've been in the situation more so than HeartBreakers, so you would think that they have more experience, but they have more experience losing in these modes than HeartBreakers does. HeartBreakers, they seem to be giving absolutely no respect. Trying to hold it down here is Carl. He's going to throw a little bit of a grenade towards Octane to try and hold this off. That's a great little heady that he's in to hold his position, but full site control more or less in the hands of HeartBreakers, but they don't really have that CYA mentality, Brett. It's a great kill on Dior. They're all rushing in, and they're about to get pigeonholed once again, Brett. I think Swear Society is a great spot to win this.
We'll see if that's going to be the case. We have seen an answer back. Now a 2 versus 3, 2-2, as Octane is going to be hunting around people on Laundry. They have been able to clear it out. Bomb has not gone down yet, but there's so much time on the clock as they did push up very, very early on. I do like the fact that both teams have now found their partners. They're just going to make sure that they have the backup. They're not going to be leaving their guys out all alone. So we'll see if that's going to be a big play here, as A is going to be getting planted. Number 3 there is going to be trying to come on in, maybe test the waters in just a few seconds from Swear Society, as 04 backing on up. And we are going to be seeing a nice little spread coming in, but this potentially going to be a 2-man push that 04 is going to have to deal with. He catches the site on 1 and 2, so the information is there, but wisely backs on up, takes a little bit of damage here, and they're just trying to burn the clock now, as they do have the advantage. Vito does pick up 04, all up to Octane now in a 1v2 situation. He's going to be able to spot out Vito. That's an easy kill. Look for number 2. Will be able to get it, and that right there is how you close it out. What looked like Swear Society being able to get the first map on the board, being able to clutch up, but no, it was going to be HeartBreakers roaring on back, and that will be a 3 rounds in a row with the ending. HeartBreakers take it 2-0.
Brett, I hate to be the one that called it, but well, I mean, I called 2 different things there, to be fair. I did say that Swear Society has lost more rounds in round 11 than Heartbreakers have, which really should have been the writing on the wall in the beginning there. The clutch factor is definitely more so there for Heartbreakers. But for Society, they really were in a position where they could have won that. I'm going to be straight up honest. If they had just checked their corners and not gotten it all in their heads like, oh, we just got to push really hard. That is really, really unfortunate that they did not check that corner. Even more so unfortunate that Octane was just able to lock on that guy's face in Ari. He was able to get a lot of kills in that game, but just not the one when he really needed to the most. That is the most unfortunate thing as Swear Society goes down 2-0.
That it is. And, this kind of goes back to like what you were saying before, the stat lines, the map counts, they don't really tell the whole story with Swear Society of how good of a team that they can be, but they're not closing out these maps. They're getting so close. I mean, that was a 5-3. We saw 3 rounds in a row from Heartbreakers be able to take that back. You should never let that happen. That is absolutely that right there crushes your soul if you're Swear Society, to be honest with you. I mean, they should have been going 1-1 into this control. Now, what was going to be some really good momentum, now all of a sudden, Heartbreakers, they soar on back. They're feeling good. They won that 1v2. You go into this control, and man, do you see any hope here for Swear Society?
Man, Brett, that round was an absolute travesty for Swear Society. That's all I can really say. Heartbreakers, like we saw in the lookout earlier, they are just absolutely one of the most winningest teams in their division in their control. Swear Society, they're not quite about at that stat line. They've done decent, but again, it's the same situation that they've been in the Search and Destroy. They've gotten close, but they haven't won. It's just... That's the most tragic thing of all. They come so close, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Linkin Park reference, by the way.
Okay.
In case you didn't know. I mean,
it's like, all right, we got Linkin Park coming in here. Are you feeling numb after that loss? I think they are. Anyways, so going into control here for Ray. Now, this is a map that, looking at the hard point, though, you got to think, okay, Respawn, not really looking good there for Swear Society. S&D, they were able to trade out pretty efficiently. They looked decent across the board, but they didn't have a good showing in Hardpoint. Going into another Respawn, obviously Control is not exactly like Hardpoint. You are going to be having some more, win factors that are going to be involved here. But you got to think, if you're not decent in Hardpoint, you're probably not going to be able to translate too well into Control, because it is so heavily based on that Respawn aspect.
Yeah, I do believe we are going to finally be getting in here with the moment of all moments for Swear Society. Are they going to be able to cross this new divide? Another Linkin Park reference as we get into this raid on Control, my dude. I see you smirking at me, Brett. Don't give me that look. But yeah, we're going to be seeing if they can actually do something in this match. They've gotten close many times, but they just haven't been able to finish it. They've not been able to finish their dinner once this night, Brett, but I'm sure that they are hungry and ready to do so if they can just get their shots on point.
Yeah, honestly, I think that from what we saw from the hard point, how well they were playing as a team, because I really think that that's going to have a massive effect here for Control, is just the teamwork and how fast they were able to make those rotations in Hardpoint. That's going to really come into play, I think, in Control. How fast you can actually get those setups. If you get a 4-man wipe and you're trying to attack a point, or if you're defending, being able to just kind of collapse around it. And right now, Dior is going to be able to get that first kill up through the middle of the map. But he does get traded out here very, very quickly. But so far, no real presence onto the point just yet. Swear Society is going to be able to get up into bar, so we'll see if they can actually push them out of the court position, maybe get a little bit of momentum going on here. 0-4, though, not wanting to give up his life. Oh, no! Can he get 3? His teammate helps him out. Oh, you cannot let that happen. Oh, my God. 0-4 looking fantastic. They completely wipe off of B, get rid of all of that time, but we do see a transition onto A. So 2 ticks will be getting onto A. That is going to help them out quite a bit, but man, you really would have liked to have seen at least 1 getting onto B.
Yeah, that first initial push was very tragic. Heartbreakers, they're going to lose A. Carl Stone in a position where he can get some spawn kills here. Octane, he's making sure that the area is totally cleared out. And he has an inkling that Carl is up here, but still loses the gunfight anyway. Carl, he's been on it tonight. since the search and destroy, that end of that search and destroy. He's been starting to pick it up a lot more and more. Treasy, they're very conscientious of this fact, but not conscientious enough. Gets a little bit too impatient. Dior pushing up here. He's trying to stop this, but he is just feeding into it at this point. No one can really get in a spot where they can stop it. They're literally spawning right in front of him right now, Brett. This is not the best of spawning situations for HeartBreakers to conserve lives.
No, it's not, but lives aren't all that on this map. I mean, they can make a difference, but I think really it's even enough you don't have to worry about it. 0-4 is going to be able to pick up 1. Dior getting 2, so that's going to stop that time on the B site for now. And we are going to be seeing about a minute left on the clock here for this defense from HeartBreakers. And again, those lives, they kind of rock back and forth fairly quickly. 13 now to 17 as we do see Treasy. Well, he's going to be getting picked up. Maybe Krieg coming on in for clutch. He is, as Treasy will be able to get that kill. And now he's going to be set up onto Rock as well. Should be able to clear this out, I believe. No, he does get picked up there at the last second from behind. But again, those spawns right there in the court, very tough to push in from this direction. We do see a 3-man push, though, coming in from poolside. And they're going to try to get a very quick burn on this. But Octane is going to have something else to say about that.
Yeah, round number 5 isn't the only thing you have to worry about the lives for at this point, Brett. You see they have 2 respawns left. And if that wasn't making things bad enough, they're also about to lose the attack. So even if they had broken that, HeartBreakers would be very hard-pressed to hold on to that, because they basically had no respawns left, and their opponents had about a 10 life advantage on them at that point. Would have made it difficult for anybody to hold on to that. So it really does help them, the fact that they were able to get up in the spawn and just do so much damage like that, even if it's not for the sake of getting the final defense.
Well, that is definitely a way to start it out. You know, we had talked about before, they needed to get some momentum in going their way. Swear Society, well, that's a way to do it. They look good. They had about, I think it was 15 to 4 in terms of their life count. So they're looking good there in respawns. They're looking decent so far, and just the amount of control they were able to have on the map. So we'll see if that's going to be the case here once again, as it's going to be HeartBreakers' opportunity to try and get a very quick cap onto this A point. They have been able to clear it out for the most part. We do see Octane just setting up and waiting for the push there inside the middle of the map. I like where Dior's going in, though, possibly pushing on to that B side. But Octane is going to be able to spot out 1. I believe he saw 2 there crossing. But yeah, Dior, I think he just got taken down. So this is going to be real big here for the defense onto that B side. But 2 minutes and 18 seconds left on the clock. A lot of time here they have to deal with.
A lot of time and a lot of lives. So HeartBreakers, they've got time and lives to keep on throwing things at Swear Society. And in a position like this, you're eventually gonna make mistakes. DR already catching one in the spawn. They're forcing them very far away. 0-4 and Treasy getting put together by Carl. Thank God for main man Octane there. Otherwise, they could have been in a horrible spot. I mean, it's going to be not the best positions anyway. Dior at least keeping it alive in the spawns. He's actually going for streaks right now, Brett. He's trying to do a little bit of a jungle hunting there. A little bit of a, what's it called? League of Legends reference. He's trying to get some kills to get some streaks, but he totally doesn't. And he gets taken down nonetheless. But like we saw, it's a little bit of a throwback to the Search and Destroy in the fact that Swear Society is not really covering their rears very well. A whole lot of flanks coming out from HeartBreakers and whittling their lives down a lot.
Yeah, I would say both teams are doing a decent job with the flanks coming on in. You do see 0-4 just...
What?
Oh my God! How did he get that turnaround there? That was disgusting. But it's answered back with 2 more kills going into the favor right now of Swear Society. They are fairly low on lives, but it looks like they are going to be able to even it up for the most part. 14 to 16, a minute left here on the clock. It's looking fairly similar in terms of the pushes that are going to be coming on in, as we saw last round. 0-4 will be able to get onto the point. Nice little pick there with that Krieg close range. Dior, though, caught out the reload. He's going to get taken down, answered in return from Octane, and that was going to be Carl using the artillery. I don't think I agree with using the artillery maybe on this round, but these players, they know more than me, so maybe that was the move to make. But Carl able to get a nice little melee, and we're trades just back and forth, back and forth. There's only 1 tick was able to get onto that B side. 10 to 7 lives with 35 seconds left. And we're going to be seeing another decent push going to be coming in here. Maybe the last push from HeartBreakers?
I totally understand the streak use here, Brett. He just wanted to make sure that this is a very important round. If HeartBreakers don't win this, then they have to win on the side that they just lost on. But like we've been saying, those lives are good for more than just getting final defenses, whittling their opponents down to literally 0. They've only got Dior on the objective right now, but they're just in a spot where they have to go out and challenge him, or maybe not so much. They get right up on the objective, Treasy and the guys. He's in a great position to finish these guys off. Last man standing is Carl. No longer standing is Carl, as they now are tied with HeartBreakers. That is a really strong round, but I mean, adequate defense from HeartBreakers, but I mean, sorry, from Swear Society. But again, it's close, but it's not enough to win. That's just been the theme of this match, Brett.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just, you know, with that one round win that they had, you're guaranteed to go to a round number 4. I really just feel like he should have saved that artillery later on in the map. I don't know. We'll see if it actually comes back to him. But, you know, overall, not doing bad at all. Carl, 17 and 9. He is doing fantastic in terms of kills so far in this map. And we'll see if he's going to be able to continue it. Octane tries to go around for a flank. Not going to be making it happen. But Dior, well, his does. He's going to be able to pick up 1, 2, 3 possibly. No, does get shut down. That would have been sick to be able to take them off the spawn like that, but not going to be the case, as we do see Treasy setting up now for the kills coming into A.
Yeah, that was a great setup from HeartBreakers. Treasy does get beamed off that heady, and Octane is trying to buy his team some time by killing the guys closest enough to stop them from getting back into that position. Now, it seems like a full rotation is coming out from Swear Society. HeartBreakers, they kind of are picking up on this. They're sussing it out. He's trying to keep Carl nice and at bay while Octane goes and gets his flank, which doesn't go off very well. 04 trying to get a little bit too close to the sun here, and he does totally get melted. Dior trying to hold it down. Oh, he does! Oh, he does, Brett. He does indeed. And now that is that attack thoroughly neutered for Swear Society.
Oh my God! You can't let that happen! Oh! Octane now going to be coming on in. Not going to get the kill, but my God, that might have just been the play there. 15 to 20, as we do see A starting to get capped over, but they wasted a lot of time trying to go over there for that B cap. Not going to be the case here. Dior once again is going to be right up in their face. Octane answering back with 2 of his own. They will be able to clear that out, and this just might be an early win here for HeartBreakers for this round, as there's one last push. It's going to be set up here for A. Treasy comes all the way back behind. He's got him open all in his crosshairs. He's going to be able to spot out 1, not going to be able to get the kill, but creates a confusion going down into the map. Teammates are going to be able to pick up a lot of these kills. Vito was the last one there. He finally does get picked up, and Dior will be able to clean that out, but the cap comes in to make the extension. But man, you got to start looking at those lives.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at too, Brett. That was way too costly of an objective take for Swear Society. Now they're at a 10 life disadvantage. Would you look at that, flipping the script on HeartBreakers? Well, HeartBreakers flipping the script on them once again. Now completely out of respawns entirely. HeartBreakers, they basically put any hope that Swear Society could have had at winning this attack dead in the dirt as soon as they got off of the A cap. Now it's going to be basically if Swear Society can hold the storm up against HeartBreakers this time. I mean, that's an attack and a defense back to back, so it's got to at least rock your confidence a little bit going into this defense.
I would say it absolutely does. I mean,
Yeah.
100%. You know, that was looking really good there at the very beginning of this match. You know, round number 2, very close to going over into the favor. But honestly, that third round, that was HeartBreakers all day long. They were in complete control of it. You know, once Dior got that 3-piece there into the middle of the map, it was pretty much over from there. I mean, how do you answer back with that? I mean, that's just painful. But we are going to be seeing round number 4 starting on up. Swear Society now. Woo! Let's go, boys. Come on. This is for the game here. You gotta start making it happen, as this could potentially be a series point here. Dior does end up going down. Octane ends up getting picked up as well, as we see Nick Vulture starting to hold down onto that A side of the map. But man, you know, it's not like the Swear Society is not looking as strong as what they were.
What? Dude, I'm amazed that Octane was even able to stay alive to get that kill. Now they're just piling up. It's like free real estate, free kills kind of up in here, not necessarily in the case of 0-4, but HeartBreakers have been winning a lot of gunfights that statistically they should not. They've been getting out DPS early on in the gunfights, and if Swearside just hit even half their shots, they would have easily killed them in a lot of these situations. But HeartBreakers, they are really putting the screws to Swear Society right now, just moving them all over the place, taking the more difficult to capture objective in a lot of cases. And they've got openings into the spawn. Granted, Ari is watching it, but there's not a lot he can do if more than one of them try and push up.
You know, right now it'd be nice to have an artillery just to kind of break that B point, but you know, Ari, he's going to be set up here, possibly going to be a stop in this. We'll be able to pick up one. Definitely liking that, but there's so much time here on the clock. Octane should be able to get this kill. No! What? Octane, come on, man. You can't be missing that. Ari will be able to come in on top in those kills. So they have been able to hold strong so far. Now, hey, not your typically easy point to defend on this particular map. Most times this is the first one to go, but we'll see if they can actually hold this. So far, it is looking decent. As you do see Dior just trying to go back and forth. Still Ari holding that point. He's 4 streaks so far. Maybe if he gets streaks, this will be looking very, very good for them. Dior, though, he is going to be able to get that kill. Nice play. A little bit of a gun switch there. Octane, though, finishing out onto A. They did get onto it, so they're going to be able to power burn, but look at Nick Vulture coming in from behind. Can he be the hero? He can't. Oh, my God, that shot.
Dude, accuracy on freaking point tonight for HeartBreakers. I mean, granted, Ari's been having some nice shots too, but they are far and few between compared to the entirety of the HeartBreakers team. They're doing absolute bits right now, Brett, and they are looking to finish this one out right now after that first initial loss. They take 3 in a row. Just like the maps, they take 3 in a row, and that will put the final nail in the coffin for Swear Society on the night.
That's that's rough. Man, Swear Society, like they looked so damn good there at the beginning and they just fell apart. It was, I mean, almost like in there to the S&D. You know, they looked strong there towards the beginning and middle of the game. Had some good trades back and forth, but then towards the end, it was like they just decided, all right, we're just going to put our controllers down now and, you know, let HeartBreakers run away with it. Actually, I think it was more just HeartBreakers turning it on. They looked fantastic there those last 2 games. As you pointed out, every single one of the players there on HeartBreakers just going off. I mean, we saw beautiful plays coming in from Dior. That turnaround there, like you said, from Octane was pretty nasty, but he had several of them like that where he was just snapping on people left and right. So, I mean, just fantastic plays all around. But Swear Society, I mean, they're just that close, man. They're that close. They just fix a few things and they're in. They're able to clutch up on some of these rounds, some of these maps, you know, rounds that they'll turn into maps, they'll turn into series, and it's just that close. But again, just not going to be enough. And they do go down here to HeartBreakers, who stays undefeated, by the way.
Yeah. Honestly, Brett, in some situations in 3-0s, it justifies a roster switch up. This is absolutely not one of them. Swear Society, I would be very upset if any of the players left the team after this, because that was a pretty damn good showing. They were so close on pretty much every single game, barring the hard point. Put that out of your minds. Every single round from map 2 onwards was incredibly, incredibly close. So, I mean, if you're going that close up against a team like HeartBreakers, then maybe you guys can just get a little bit of practice going on here and say, you know what, we're just going to make these tiny little adjustments. We're just going to switch up the roles and the positions a little bit. Not necessarily like I'm going AR to sub or anything like that, but no, I'm going to hold here. We're just going to say this is going to be our traditional setup here and make changes like that. And I think that if they well and truly do that and they don't give away some of these earlier rounds to HeartBreakers, in the search and destroy especially, I think they can totally win those.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, let's be honest, that search and destroy, that should have been Swear Society. I mean, that was a full-on choke on their part. You know, yeah, they had some rounds that were closer further on, but that should not have happened. You should not lose 3 in a row while you're looking that dominant, especially. That was their fault. Control, I mean, that was just some unlucky plays, I think, going back and forth. I would be kind of curious. We'll never know, but I would be kind of curious to see if they had have saved it for that round number 4, especially with that very aggressive push onto B. Had they been able to break on through there, maybe we would have seen a little bit of a different play coming out there, take it to a round number 5. But that is never going to happen, as we have cleaned it up, moved on. But you know what? So real quick, though, I do want to give a shout out to our partners. We haven't done that, and I feel really bad. I do want to give props there to GitGudHosts, DropShotStats for providing all of the stats, Gamers Resort, DesignByYou.com, and Rogue Energy. So props for them for partnering here up with K7. And, you know, I think that is going to be it here for this match. We do have a second match that's going to be coming on in. So definitely stick around for that. I will be casting, I believe, with Shifty tonight.
Yes.
So definitely stick around, especially because Shifty will bash your face in if you don't hit a like button on the YouTube channel. So he has informed us all that that is a must. I'm scared now. I tune in just so they hit that like button.
Yeah, I just go in just to hit the like button, even if I'm too busy to watch the match, Brett. But yeah, definitely make sure you do that right now too. Just let us know that you care and that you're here and you like what you're seeing. If you like it, then why not just press the button and show that you do? You know what I'm saying? And also, if you want to see more of this, go ahead and drop the subscribe as well and turn on that notification bell, and you'll see it on your screen exactly when the matches are going on. But lastly, we've thanked a whole bunch of people, Brett. But we finally want to end it off by saying thank you, everyone in the audience, for tuning on in. Because, I mean, what's a game without spectators? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, it's all well and good to have these matches going on, but if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to see it, does it really make a sound? So thank you guys all for coming in and watching this. We really appreciate every single one of you and our partners as well. And we will see you guys in the next match in about an hour.
Disgusting. Oh my god, June. Oh.
Absolutely devastating.
He's actually in a really good spot for his teammate to watch over him and give him assistance, but no one really watching the main run up. And oh, what a trophy system collateral kill!
Oh, they gotta get on the point. They gotta get on the point. They're gonna run out of time. Can they contest? They are with 1.4 seconds. And Phil is going to go down. We are going to be seeing him now. No, out of the point, and Wave Runners by the skin of their teeth are going to be able to hold on.
Can he play from horse? Oh, holy. He's going to get another one.
As Hoy will quick scope heavy.
Not necessarily translate to control the bottom lane, as Legacy just being an absolute nuisance here with his team just getting such a back control here.
Kill is gonna get hustled down to 2v2. They should have had the man up, and now Austin does pretty good to get one. He's gonna look for the double, can't quite get it. Zuxium, the last man alive, and now it's Zuxium trying to finish off the team. He's gonna stun in there, see one. One's gonna push out, it's gonna get taken out. Zuxium can finish it right here, 7 points left. Taking out another one more pushes out. He's gonna get taken out by a teammate, and that's gonna be Hype Esport taking map number 1.
I see it now, I see it now.